Hello, everybody. This is DeMarr Zimmerman. I wanted to get with you today. I recorded the Monday night call, and for some reason, I'm just having a hard time with recording, so I'm re-recording it so you understand what we went over on Monday night, the 30-day blitz. And so let's go ahead and just get right into it. I'm so excited about this. I want to help you. My goal and my vision is to see you achieve your first financial commitment um, to yourself in the first 30 days. So the first thing I want you to do is to pause this, and I want you to just write down a goal that you want to accomplish financially in the next 30 days. So just pause it and just write it down. Whether it's $500, $1,000, we're going to do a blitz, and we're going to get your business growing. We're going to get it growing fast. So this is a 30-day blitz. Now, I've been in the industry for a long time. I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I have been successful in building two large organizations, and I don't know how to do it any other way. I haven't seen anybody be able to do it any other way. You can consistently build it, and you can, but every leader that I've ever seen has put a blitz in their business, and you need to do the same thing. You need to build this fast. It's been said many, 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 many times that success loves speed, and that's a fact. Success does love speed, and so it doesn't matter if you're working 70 hours a day, if you're working 70 hours a day, 50 hours a week, or 70 hours a week. It doesn't really matter what you're doing there. What matters is that you get on a movement path so that you're consistently doing it every day, and you're doing a burst every single day. If you're working, take your lunch time and meet with people and go over the presentation. It only takes about 15 minutes. It's about a 30-minute presentation is all you should be taking. And what your goal is to get people and find people that say yes, or no. Maybes will kill you. I learned a long time ago from a guy named Pat Hance that said, yeses are great, nos are okay, but maybes will kill you. And it kills so many people in this industry is because they just focus on these crazy, crazy people that never make a decision. So you're trying to find the now people, people that will make this decision now, and you're going to move on, and you're going to go through your list. I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. You want to create $3,000 to $5,000 as soon as you can a month in a 30-day period. Now, if you can only feel that you can't think that big, then just take a couple of zeros off, or just do 1,000 to 2,000. But your goal is, so just scale it down to that. But your goal is to do something every day. Now, what happens when you set this goal, when you accomplish this? Well, what happens to you in a blitz is you get customers who qualify you for the shares in the pool. The pool is where the general, all of the revenue goes. There's 25% of everything that goes to the pool, and you can get shares and match shares with people, but you really don't have a downline in the sense you get paid on your downline. You get paid by what you and your organization, you get shares based on what you and your organization do, but you get paid by everybody being successful. So you don't want to sponsor just people that are going to come in who can fog a mirror. You want to, qualify people and get them going and move forward. Let's talk a little bit about more what else you get. You get new team members, and every team member and customer that you sign up with one of these packages, because we're going to talk about, this is all about the packages, because you're looking for people who are going to use the system. You're not looking for people that are going to do $25 and it's going to sit there for months and months and months. You're looking for people that have skin in the game. And those are the kind of people you're looking for. So everybody who buys the $297 package, which is the business package, you're going to make a minimum of $118 plus whatever shares you earn in the pool. And so that's what you're going to get, which equates to about 10% of whatever that volume is. It's 10 to 15 to 20% is what the pool is. And so just remember, you're going to get 40%, and about 50% is the minimum you're going to get on each person that you sign up that signs up the business package, and we're going to explain how to do that. Same thing with the elite package. You're going to get $198. You're going to plus the pool, which is about 50% of that $497. You're going to get by signing those people up. So you're going to build income fast by doing this. And then you start what's called the leverage in your business. I've been calling it that for a long time. You want to find the leverage in your business, and you have to find that from either active customers that are sharing it on a regular basis or team members that are growing the business that want to make money. Now, the fastest way to do that is find people that are seriously wanting to make money and that will do a blitz with you, or you can challenge to do a blitz. You create residual income. Now, residual income is really a powerful thing. If you haven't had it before, it's money that comes in after you stop working. That's what residual income is. So, I learned a long time ago that in this business, you get paid for what you start, not what you finish. And so if you start well, you'll create true wealth. You'll finish well in this, because when you stop, it'll continue. Now, let me tell you what my definition. I learned this definition from a guy named Robert Kiyosaki when I was listening to his tapes, probably about 20 something years ago. And he says, wealth is when you stop doing something and it continues. So if you want to know how wealthy you are, then stop working. When your money runs out, that's how much wealth you have. And so think about that for a minute. This kind of business can create residual income that can come in, month out, and you get paid on the customers that you started a long time ago. That's the power of this kind of a business. The only way that you can create wealth is through leverage. And there's two types of leverage. You either have to leverage your time and your money, or your money. And we're going to talk about the leverage of time because it's easier, because most people don't have enough money to leverage so that they can create a residual income that lasts, that they can live off of. And so we're going to talk more about that. There's 5 basic things that you need to do to build your business. I've been teaching this for years. They're the fundamental things that you have to do. And if you don't do them, then and you miss some of these spots, it doesn't mean that you're going to not make money, but it means that you're going to be more successful if you use these 5 steps. First one is you got to be a product of the product. It's really difficult for you to be authentic if you're not, okay? You got to invite people to take a look. If you're afraid of talking people that take, and we're going to talk a lot about this. What do you say? How do you say it? You got to present the plan. You got to present your product. You got to show them how to make their first profit, how to make their money back, and then make their first profit. We're going to talk about how to do that in a minute. And then you got to ask them to join you. This is a really hard thing for a lot of people, and we're going to hopefully give you some steps that really makes it easy for you to do this. Okay, and then you got to help them get started. That's the 5th part. A lot of people will sponsor people, but they won't help them they won't get in the trenches with them. And that's what you have to do. You got to get in the trenches with them. 3-way calls, help them get started and help them move forward. This is a business of helping people get started. If you do this well, like it showed in the very beginning, if you start well, you'll finish well. You'll finish with a very handsome residual income. Being a product of the product. Let me just go right into it. I'm not going to mince words on this. You need to purchase a business elite plan. You need to, sorry, that's a little bit backwards. You need to learn to use the Banner Season automated trigger system on your phone, because the majority of the people that you sign up are going to want that. So you need to purchase the Business Elite. Why? And if you can't do it right now, do it as soon as you can. Go make some sales, and then yours is free. Remember I told you how to get people? All you need to do is just do 2 sales, and yours is free, and you go get it. And then you can be authentic. You can be real because you're actually doing it. You're going to need to spend a minimum of $50 to $100 a week. I'm sorry, if you're broke, you're going to have to go get a credit card. You're going to have to find something, or just start making money so that you can spend the money to do it. Because you got to be a product of the product. If you're not very authentic. You got to create campaigns. Campaigns are the mother lode of our business. People are busy. They don't want to spend the time. You'll miss out on a lot of people if you don't teach them how simple it is to run from their phone and just trigger different things. Like, for example, birthday campaigns. If you teach people to send birthdays, birthday is one of the most powerful campaigns you can create. There's lots of people that say birthday or tell people happy birthday on Facebook, social media, and stuff like that, but very rarely do they get something in the mail. It's one of the most powerful things. In another setting, I'll tell you my experience of a guy named Eddie LeBaron who used to do this religiously, and he built his whole business on birthday campaigns, getting people to birthdays and birthday gifts. Nice to meet you campaigns. These are campaigns you build a card in the projects, and then what you do is you attach it to a group of people to a campaign, and then we set that up in your phone so that it triggers. So it merges their name in there and all that kind of stuff so that you're doing that. So make sure you do birthdays and nice to meet you, follow-up campaigns. These are, once you made a sale, a follow-up. The fortune's in the follow-up. It always has been, always will be. When you meet somebody, do follow-ups. Closing campaigns. When you close somebody, that's another follow-up campaign. Make sure that you follow up with people. Prospecting campaigns. Once you've told somebody about this, and maybe they haven't made a decision, you're going to move on to the next, but you're going to drip on them with drip campaigns. And a drip campaign is just like an email campaign. You set it up so it goes at specific times, or you trigger it by maybe they said no right now, and then you go and you say, hey, listen, I was just thinking about you, and you just keep dripping on the people. I like to set up a 5 to 10 card and gift campaign. Not all gifts, not all cards would get a gift, or not all gifts would even get a card, but you set up a campaign so that you can drip on people, and at least a card campaign. So those are the basic things. You need to send personal gifts. At least send one personal gift a week, because then you can show people what how it works. Sample all the gifts. Send the gifts to yourself. Put the logo, banner, season on it. And the reason why you want to do that is because you want to show the water bottles. You want to show it. You want to make sure they're personal. So put your names on them. Take some brownies and some cake bars and some truffles and send them to yourself. And then when you do that, make sure that you have them. If you can take the brownies and truffles, get you a little cooler that you can put them in your car, so when you show people, they can see them. Take snapshots of them on your phone, so that when you're using different tools and stuff, that you can show people what they look like. So sample the products, and so that you know them. I have every one of the products at my house or in my car so that I can sample them. Send at least one paper product daily. Send a card, a letter, a postcard, send a gigagram, send those kinds of things daily. They're inexpensive, and you can do it daily because it's going to help you be authentic, and it's also going to help you prospect. Make sure that you are authentic, because if you're telling people to do something and you're not doing it, that's not very authentic. Have you ever tried to tell somebody to do something that you're not doing? In any kind of sales, if you're not doing it, it comes through that you're not doing it. If you don't understand the campaigns, if someone asks you about the campaigns, you say, well, I don't know how they work. Well, that means you're not using them. And if you can't tell people how they work, then it means that you're not being a product of the product. that you're offering to other people. Now, the next step of the process is inviting people to take a look. Who do you invite? Well, who do you invite to take a look? Start with the people on your phone. There's a guy named Joe Girard that says everybody knows about 250 people. And that's evident by most people's phone. They have a phone list. Make sure you take your list out and you start going through that. Who's a suspect? That is, everybody is a suspect. And don't prejudge. Everybody that's in business is a suspect. Don't prejudge anybody. If you prejudge people, you're going to lose. I remember an individual that I knew that didn't want to talk to his brother, and I was doing an event in another company, and his brother showed up, and he went to him and he says, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And he goes, "Well, what are you doing here?" So both the brothers didn't talk to each other because they didn't think either one of them would be interested in what they had to offer. Don't make that mistake. Remember, everybody. That doesn't mean you're going to bug everybody. It just means find the entrepreneurial people, find the people who have businesses, find the people so you can demo the product with them and then tell them how it all works. And but don't prejudge them. Don't try to sell them on the phone. I'll talk about that in just a minute. Just let them take a look. All you're doing is sorting. You're not attaching yourself to the outcome. Write that down. You're not going to attach yourself to the outcome. You don't care who does it. You don't care if it's your next door neighbor or the president of the United States. Remember this, there's no big hitter in anybody when they start until they start and get going. I've had people that I've sponsored that were big hitters in other companies. They came over to what I was doing and they did nothing. I had people that did nothing in other companies and they came over and got busy and were coachable and teachable and they did it. So vice versa. Now you might find a big hitter that was a big hitter in another company, but then came over here and they also became a big hitter there. That's okay. But don't attach yourself to that. I hate it when people say this, "Oh, I got a big hitter that was big in this other company." Yeah, they may have been. Like I say, I've sponsored lots of people that were big in something else and they're not big in this. And so the key is and it's not because they don't have it in them, it's just because they're not doing what they did in the other company or they're not doing what they need to do. Focus on people that are doing something, that want to do something, that will start out fast like I'm showing you to, that will follow this plan. So you want to look for entrepreneurial people that are successful. Again, don't prejudge them. Say, "Oh, that person's too busy." Busy people seem to make the best people to talk to. Busy people are looking for a product like this. They're also looking for opportunities as well. Add to your network. A long time ago, I heard someone say that you either come into this business with a network or you come into this business without a network or a small network. If you don't, then just start adding things. Go to networking events, go to trade shows, go to places where you meet people and put them in your phone. I'm going to do another series that talks about your phone is your new Rolodex, and that's what you need to do. Fill it with the right information. Okay, so you need to, again, add to your network. Don't prejudge. You'll notice how many times I have prejudge on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Because it's a kiss of death for a lot of people. Because they don't talk to people that they should be talking to. Because they're either afraid that they're too busy. Or they don't think they're going to do it. Or whatever. So you're not going to attach yourself to any of the outcome. It's all about prospecting and sorting. You're not going to bug people. You're not going to throw up on people. You're not going to do any of that kind of stuff. What I mean by throw up is regurgitate everything. You're going to stick to a plan and keep it. This plan you're going to go over, again, whether it's the President of the United States or your next door neighbor, you're going to do the same. Because if you have a system and you make it duplicatable, then you can replace yourself with it. If you start changing it, then other people change it, and then all of a sudden it becomes not duplicatable. Don't use your personality, use the system to sell it. I don't know anybody. I've heard this so many times. I don't know anybody. Well, yeah, go to your phone. You do know people. But if you don't, then just take this list and start going through. Who do you know that is dissatisfied with their job? Who do you know that's unhappy with their income? Who do you know that is money oriented and those kinds of things? Now, who do you know that also needs a product like this? Who do you know that is needs to keep in touch? Who do you know that isn't keeping in touch? Well, if you bought a house and they haven't followed up with you, that real estate agent isn't doing what they need to do. They need our system. If you've had someone come and call on your house to do a service like fix your oven or your dishwasher or something like that, and they haven't sent you anything, that's somebody that needs to understand what we do. So think of people that could use our system and also who are looking for revenue source. Now I talked in the very beginning of banner season that we don't have to talk to people about the business. Well, we didn't need to, and we really, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you're going to do a BLITZ, you got to find the people that want to make money. And you do this by not bugging them. You just ask them. And we're going to talk about things that you can say to get them to take a look at it. So look at this list. You can copy it when you go through this video, and it will show you a little bit about what I'm talking about. You need to ask people to take a look. So now you've got the people that are in your phone, you're networking, you're doing this kind of stuff. You need to be talking to people daily, not weekly, and again, one other thing, I want you to write this down. You're not going to focus on time that you spend. You're going to focus on activities. So I want you to set your goal of how many people or how much you want to make, and then how many people it's going to take to get you there this month, and then what you need to do, how many people you need to present to this. Now, if you present this to 10 people, you're going to get about 20% that will either buy as a customer or they'll buy as a referral partner. And your goal is to try to find both customers and referral partners. And again, you're not going to twist people's arms. You're just going to present the information, and then you're going to let them take a look at it, and then you're going to ask a series of questions afterwards to find the people who are going to raise their hand. They either want to use a product or they want to get started in the business. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Tools you need. You need a phone. You need the triggers on your phone. So you need the Elite package. You need a laptop, because there are some people that don't use their phone. They focus on doing most of their business on their laptop or their iPad and those kinds of things. Videos. These are incredible. If you go to vimeo.com/banner season, there's a couple of videos that I absolutely love. They're the ones that Joe did, and they're about the triggers and how he uses it, and then what we are, the 3 R's. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the 3 R's, that means you haven't gone to Vimeo and you haven't watched the video. Joe's got a video that he talks about the 3 R's. And everybody who's in business, whether they're in business with them for themselves, or they're in outside sales or inside sales, human relations or whatever, these are key elements. And if you haven't watched that, that means that you're not looking to make income, and that's okay. If you're not, you shouldn't be watching this, though. And so those videos are very, very powerful, and you need to use the videos, and you can push those in a text, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. Ask people to take a look. What do you say? Your goal is, first of all, what you say is you're trying to get a presentation. You want to say as little as possible. Okay, ask questions that pique their curiosity. One of my favorite questions is it's a 12. I'm going to talk about the 12 words that will help you get an appointment. But I like to ask this question too. If I can show you a way to make money sharing a product that helps people get referrals, retain their customers, and retention and those kinds of things, would you want to see it? Now that's really simple. It doesn't, but it begs a question, and it's curiosity. The other one I like to say I'm going to show you in a minute. But you want to set the appointment to do a demo. The presentation is a demo. It's a demo on the product. I like to use the triggers, but it's also demo. You want to show them how you send a gift and personalization, all that kind of stuff. If I could show you a way to make money with a product that's personalization of gifts and those kinds of things, would you want to see it? If I could, would you? If I could show you a way to retain all the customers that you have, would you be interested? If I could show you a way to get all the referrals you could handle, would you be interested? Those are great questions, and write those down. Put them on a 3x5 card, but but use them and start practicing it. And if you're nervous and afraid, that's okay. Then start doing it, because that which you persist in doing becomes easier. Not that the nature of the thing changes, but your ability to do it, because you keep doing it and doing it, and becomes more comfortable. Very simple process. It's getting outside of your comfort zone, those kinds of things. You want to set the appointment within 12 to 24 hours. So if someone doesn't have time right now, you're going to say, okay, within the next 12 to 24 hours, you're going to set that appointment. And that appointment should be no more than 15 to 20 minutes long. If you're taking longer than that, it only should be because they're asking questions. If you're taking longer than that, you've got the gift of gab, you're saying too much, and you're not sorting. You're just trying to find the people. Now, you can build a rapport and all that kind of stuff, but you're on a mission right now. You're doing a 30-day blitz. And if you're going to commit to this, you got to get as many presentations as you can in the period of time that you have. You got to get those activities in whatever time frame you have. You got to do as many as you can. Okay, 12 simple words. This is the easiest way to get somebody. You can text it, you can say it over the phone, you can be talking to somebody, you can say this. Do you have 15 minutes? I want to show you something. People say what it is. Don't, or they'll ask you what it is. Don't give in to now all of a sudden trying to get them to understand what it is, because this is what's called the kiss of death. It's called the valley of death. And what you need is you have the invite, you have the presentation, you need a bridge to go over that valley. And that valley of death is when you start trying to spill your guts, when you start asking people to take a look, and then they want to know what it is, and you start spilling your guts there, and you don't have the proper presentation, you don't have your demo ready, you don't have any of that, the triggers. You can do it at the exact same time that you're talking to them. The invite can be, hey, do you have 15 minutes right now? Boom. Then you show them. But don't try to explain them over the phone and everything until you get it, because it's 90% visual. And that's what you say to them. It's 90% visual. I wouldn't know how to explain it until I show it to you and show it, because most of the people that use these kinds of things, they are visual, and they're the ones that are going to buy it. And it's the visual people that really will use this. The paralysis of analysis, those are people that take forever to do it. You might get a few of those, but the people who can see it, visualize it, are usually the ones that will sign up. The more you say, the less you make. So you want to show them. You don't want to go over every articulate thing. You're talking about a 15-minute presentation, 20 tops. If they're longer than that, they're asking questions. The more you say, the less you make. The less you say, the more you make. Your mouth isn't the tool. The tool is what you have in your hand, what you can show them on the screen, and what they can visually see, what happens. Business presentation. What does it look like? It's really simple. There's 3 types of presentations that you need to look at, basic ones. One of them is videos. The video is a presentation. But once you watch the video, I want you to write this down right now. Pause it, and I want you to write this. If you're going to show videos, to show this, and Joe's got some really good ones. If you're going to show it, you need to learn a few techniques. One of them, I use it in cards. Call me when you get this. P.S. Call me when you get this. I want to make sure you got your gift. Call me if you're going to have someone watch it. Either watch it with them, because they're only about 2 minutes, or while they're on the phone, or you say, call me right back after you watch the video. And then once they watch the video, then I'll tell you what else to do after that. That's the next step. You need to walk them through the banner season automation. Okay, when they see the triggers that are on their phone, it blows them away, and they want it. And you need to learn how to use that, because it's one of the most powerful tools that we have in the business. And those that are using it are getting the sales. They're getting the people to pay the $500 because they're showing it. And I'll tell you a little technique on how to get people to go move up to the $500. Walk them through cards and give personalized gifts. So if you're on the computer, walk them through it, show them how it works. And so you're going to do it on the automation. But if you're not on the automation, you've got people that use a lot of desktop, and you can ask them, do you do most of your work on your desktop or your phone? It's a real simple question. If they say the phone, do you call most of the people? Where do you have your data? Is it in your phone? Do you have your people, all your contacts? I had a guy say he had 5,000 people in his phone the other day, and that means that he's using his phone. And a lot of people, they have it in their hip pocket, and they have it with them. So make sure that you walk them through it, even on the automation. Once you've showed them the triggers, take a snapshot of what they're going to get and show them, this is what I just sent to you, because you're trying to prospect them to either use the system or be a part of the team and be a referral partner. Okay. Other types of businesses, webinars. There's usually regularly a weekly webinar. You're going to see more and more people pop up with those. I call them Zoom meetings. Third-party walkthroughs. If you're a little bit nervous, the person who sponsors you, you ask them to help you. If they're not willing to help you, you let me know, because this is what sponsoring is about. It's one of the things that's fundamental, and we'll find somebody to help you to do that. And if you don't have somebody, get on Banner Season Playbook and buddy up with some people that you communicate, and start doing three-way verifications, is what I call them, walkthroughs. Luncheon, office, and group meetings. Go to real estate offices and see if you can sponsor their breaks, or sponsor their sales meeting with lunch. They're an incredible resource right now. There's 3 MLM real estate companies that are doing really, really well that I know of, that are focused on not only helping their team create more referrals and more business, but also giving them tools so that they can create retention and all that kind of stuff. So do these kinds of things. Do some luncheons and stuff if that's what you desire. Go to networking events and to show your wares and stuff. If you're a group of people, I have my phone with me, and I'll actually get all their information because I want their information, and I'll say, watch this. And you can see that on Joe's video. He talks about the triggers. That's a powerful video, and learn how to do that yourself as well. Okay? The art of a simple close. So once you've presented the presentation, here's the hard part. A lot of people don't want to ask the question whether they want to join us or not. They think it's too pushy. They think it's, well, I'm going to let them think about it. Well, that's okay to let them think about it, but you're making a big mistake by not asking them then. And there's some simple things you can do. It makes it really easy. Doesn't mean you're going to sign them. Doesn't mean most people won't sign up right away, but at least they know, and you're going to give them some time frames so that they know that you're serious about it. And you need to let those who aren't going to be serious about go and move on to someone else, and just drip on them. And you're going to pick up some of those through your drip campaigns. So simple close. There's 4 types of people. I use this all the time. In fact, I would say there's even 2 types of people if you want to. If you don't want to use all 4, that's fine. 2 types of people. The people who use it only, Then you go those that refer it, those that are looking for supplemental income, or those who want to replace their income. So you might even just cut that down to 2 if you want to. I like to use the 4 because it gives me a good idea of what type of people I'm going to be working with. So I use a user, one who just wants to refer a few people. I know they're not as serious as the people that I want to spend 80% of my time with. And the other one is who's looking for supplemental income. There's lots of people. There's a guy named Nathan Ricks says the number one commodity in the world today is supplemental income. There's a lot of people that are looking for supplemental income. Now, there's a lot of people that are not. And so respect that. Don't be a multi-level weirdo. Don't try to convince your brother-in-law because he's a top producer at a bank or this kind of stuff. You're just going to give him the information. A good friend of mine, Steve Schultz, said it this way. You're taking them to the art gallery. You're showing them the art. It's up to them to buy. All you are doing is you're giving them, presenting the information. It's up to them to buy what you have. But you're going to guide them so you can get them in a place where they can say yes or no. Maybes will kill you. And the longer you have maybes, the worse it is. And the worse your business will get. And you won't make much money. I've been teaching this for years. Most people don't get this part of it. So you guide them. Hey, there's 4 types of people or 2 types of people. 4 types of people, this is what I use so I know where they are. But you can say there's 2 types of people, the people who just want to use it and people who are looking to make some extra income or replace their income. Those are 2 types of people. But whatever you use, write it down on a 3x5 card so you have it part of your presentation so it becomes a part of you. It just isn't something that you'll, oh, I forgot about that. You practice this presentation so that you can give it, and then the more you do it, the more it becomes natural to you. Okay? And then you ask the simple question. And this is the hardest thing for people to do. But you ask the question, then shut up. And I mean it. You shut up. And you ask them, which one are you? And guess what? They will tell you. If they say they're just a customer, then you focus on the customer. If they say, well, I'm looking for supplemental income, I'd like to know how I make money. And then if they say that, that's not here, but I'm going to tell you, I want you to write this down. If they say, well, I'd like to make money, say, great, here's what I'm going to show you how to do. And if you show enough people to do the same thing, you'll make a lot of money. And here's how it works. I'm going to show you how to get your money back. And this is the fundamental part of network marketing that people don't get. They try to teach people how they can make $1 million without showing them or helping them get their money back. I learned that from a guy named Brian McClure, who was in another business, Ambit Energy to be exact. He taught me that years and years and years ago when I was with a company called XL. And what he taught me is that you've got to get people's money back. He used to say this, you got to get the money back in their account before their spouse finds out. Because a lot of people will make the decision, and it's not right, but they'll make a decision without talking to their spouse, and they'll do it because they're afraid their spouse will say no. But just make sure that they know and how they can get their money back. See if they buy the elite package and they find 2 other people to buy the elite package, they got their money back. If they get a third person, they made $198 plus the wow volume, and so that's about $240 something, $250, $260 that they made off of that. Show them how they can make the upfront money, and then they'll see how they can make the residual in the back end because they'll start getting those residual checks. But make sure that they know how to make the fast start money, the money that comes in fast by selling the packages. So which one are you? They'll tell you. Then you take them to the sign-up page. Don't let them go there alone. This is, again, a mistake that people make. They try to say, oh, we'll go over to the sign-up page and go sign up. Then I hear say, oh, I got so-and-so. I was talking to a guy that's in insurance business and just recently that joined us. And he had someone who was interested right there. And the guy, I was on a three-way call, and I tried to say, get on there with him. And the thing of it is if you don't get on there with him, then life gets in the way and they won't do it. Now, it doesn't mean that they lost interest. It's just that they got other things that came. Again, they're busy. They got in their way. So get on the page with him. And if you're not with them, just say go to bannerseason.com and click on the sign up, and this will come up. And then visualize this in your mind. Get used to this. And this is where you start talking and you say these things. Once you bring them to this page, this is what you say. You say, here's what you say. You want to pay the highest price or the lowest price? And just shut up and they'll tell you. They're going to say the lowest price. Say, great. Do you plan on using this quite a bit? If they say yes, you say great, because they will. And then you say, then that's good. Then what we need to do is that we need to look at least the business package, not look at it. This is the package for you. For an extra $200, you can get the elite package. Now, I didn't say the elite package is $497. I said for an extra $200, you can get the elite package that gives you 5 automated triggers. And this is the package that I've got. And if you can't say that, say this is the package that the most successful people that are using our system have bought. And why do you want that? Because most people are busy and they need the triggers. Now, again, if you're one that doesn't do that, if you find somebody that's just on the computer, that is the exception to the rule, not the rule. So again, go through this, re-listen to this again. Do you want to pay the highest price or the lowest price? Then we need to put you on this package. Now remember, they're looking at this page right here. And so they're reading through this. Now you get the lowest price. You're going to get 50 cents off your paper products or your cards. You're going to get, instead of 43 cents, I know these prices because I do it all the time. Instead of 43 cents for the postcards, you're going to pay 30 cents. Gigagram $6.99. You're going to get that gigagram for $4.97, and that's what you're going to do. So it's a 30% discount. Now there will be other discounts as we move along, and they'll be in the business package, and that's what they'll be in. So then you say again, for an extra, the best value, it says it right there. For the best value, the best you're going to get is for an extra $200, you can get the other package. And now, if you don't do it right now, that package you're going to save yourself $300 right now. But if you don't do it right now, then you'll have to pay the full $500. So that's how you work on that. Then, what's the last step? Get them started in the next 24 hours. If it's a customer, you get them on the saddle. Get them using the saddle. Get them working using the system. Get them on the automation. Get them trained. Make sure their automators getting them trained quickly and move through that process. And then the next thing that you want to do is, if they're a referral partner, get them doing the same thing. Same thing you're doing. Now, this presentation, every one of you can use. You can teach it. You can learn it. It works very well. I've been using it for over 20 years on every product that I've ever represented. This is the presentation I do. If you use this, you will be successful. Now, what I want you to do right now is I want you to set a goal. How much money do you want to make this month? Make it, stretch it. Don't say $100, because one person you'll make over that. Stretch it. Make this your BLITZ month and say, okay, I want to make $2,000, $3,000. Then what you'll need is you'll need to get to $3,000 to $5,000. You're going to need about 20 people to come in and play the game, either as a customer or as a referral partner. And about 20% of the people that you present to and do this training with, or 20% of the people you do the presentation with, are going to sign up. If you do it right, if you use the tools, and if you do the elite. You are not looking for the $25 people that put $25 in their mailer meter. That's not who you're looking for. you're looking for the people who buy the packages. And let me tell you why. People who buy the packages, it is a fact that they use about 8 times more cards and gifts than any of our other users. And that's a fact. The stats don't lie. So this is the plan. I'm excited for you to get started. If you have any questions for me at all, please call me at 801-309-8894. If I don't answer, if you'll text me, I don't do voicemail. I don't even have voicemail set up on my phone. Just text me, 801-309-8894. My email is DeMarr, DEMARR, at bannerseason.com. Yes, you're going to have to write those things down. And again, those are the 2 areas. And then you've got me on Facebook. Facebook, you can private message me or go to Banner Season Playbook. And also I have the Banner Season Automation group too, if you want to be a part of that as well. And so those are the areas that I would focus on. I don't do a lot of social media. I use the people in my phone and people that I have a network, that I've already got a network with. And that's what I work with. Now, my social media, I use LinkedIn. I don't use Facebook a lot to build my business because a lot of people look at it as social. Now, does that mean that you shouldn't? No, 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 no. If you're going to do it in private messaging. You don't do these blasts and say, hey, I've got this. If I could show you a way to make money, sharing, da-da-da-da. It doesn't work that way on social media. And Joe's putting some stuff that you can use on social media, but this is a sure way. I've worked it. It works well, and that's how it works. So anyway, have a great day. I hope you enjoyed what you heard, and I hope that you put it into practice. Again, in order to be great, you got to be good first. In order to be good, you got to be bad. In order to be bad, you just got to start doing something. And remember, we get paid for what we start, not what we finish. So this last page, you've got to get people started in order for you to find the leverage in your business. And it's the leverage that creates wealth. One more quote. A man named Archimedes, about 200 years BC, he created the lever pulley to leverage so that you could put cargo onto ships. He said, give me a lever that's long enough and a place to stand, and I can move the world. I honestly believe that we have a lever, we have a place to stand, and you can move the world, and there are going to be people, literally in the next 6 months, they're going to be setting records in network marketing because they took advantage of the tools that we just created, or the packages that we just created with a product that nobody else is doing. Nobody is doing print on demand on promotional products that allow you to campaign them and do that kind of stuff. Nobody. So get out there. We are a B2B mainly business. We have some consumable products for the end user, for households and mothers and dads and stuff like that. But mainly we're a business product. And go out and sell all the people that you know that are in business and show them. Do a demo. Use the 5 steps and work it.